Check the starting fives. Dylan Dessou and Zakai Ziegler, two players we highlight who had seasons cut short last year. Dessou, a foot injury, knocked him out of the Elite Eight. Ziegler, an ACL injury in late February. They are back. They are big parts of their programs. And away we go in this round two matchup. A lot of orange on display tonight. Tennessee controls that opening tip. We're just 4 hours from Knoxville here in Charlotte. And a big crowd still filing in. Empty possession on the first trip for Tennessee. And now Texas gets their first shot at it. Longhorns will join Tennessee in the SEC next year. These two teams are now meeting for the third consecutive year, though. They had a home-and-home series over the last two seasons. As Asmus lets it fly from long range. Zakai Ziegler, talented point guard for Tennessee. Great playmaker, great defender. Adu had a big round one game. Tennessee comes up empty on their second try. Now Asmus once again, followed by Santiago Vescovi. Dessou, he takes a lot of threes. He missed his first three in round one. He knocks down his first triple here tonight.
What you love, Brian, is no hesitation. He had 2 to 3 open looks in their last game against CSU. Didn't make them, didn't shoot well, but listen, no hesitation right there from Dessou. Love it.
And a turnover. Adu lost the handle. Here come the horns. Dessou was 0 for 6 from three-point range. He took 3 in the first 3 minutes and couldn't hit him. Misses that time.
But you know what? Here's the thing. It's like 0 for 6 can mean a lot of different things. For him, it was shots normal within the offense. He just wasn't able to knock him in. And beautiful move that time by Triple J to knock it in. Now, it's different if he was 0 for 6 and he was forcing those shots. Then you could question it a little bit more.
Josiah Jordan-James, first basket of the game for Tennessee. That was poked away by Ziegler. This is going to be a fascinating watch tonight. The two guards here. Ziegler will pick up most of the defensive duty against Asmus. Oh, and Hunter got off the ground. Ziegler closed fast. Texas turns it over. Rick Barnes, a finalist for the Naismith Hall of Fame, year number 9 here in Tennessee. 200 wins here, 17 years at the University of Texas. Took him to 14 straight NCAA tournaments, 16 overall.
Yeah, I have a couple connections with Tennessee, actually. Rick Barnes was on the Ohio State coaching staff with Gary Williams back in '87 when they were recruiting me during that time. And then also 2 of my childhood friends, Chucky Webb, who played football at Tennessee, and Jeremy Lincoln from Toledo, also laid the groundwork there at Tennessee.
It just goes to show you how long Rick Barnes has been.
Yeah, exactly, and how old I am too.
Yeah.
You didn't sound like that, man.
And the follow missed by James. Dylan Mitchell comes out of the pack with it. Dylan Dessou, Dylan Mitchell, very talented front court. We got Asmus, Tyrese Hunter, excellent guards. I.T. Horton down at the bottom of your screen on the wing. He's a good rebounder for Texas. Texas beat Colorado State 56-44, a 12-point win in an ugly round one matchup. Neither team could shoot it very well. That's a turnover. Defense is on point early. Ziegler disrupting what Texas is trying to do. And now Adu throws it down, had a clean run to the rim.
How important is Ziegler, his presence? I mean, he caused the turnover by Tyrese Hunter by timing up the jump to get the turnover. He breaks up the fast break, and then the nice little pocket pass to Adu to get one of those easier buckets put down for Tennessee.
Here's Tyrese Hunter. They will attack, connect here tonight. That'll be a matchup they try to exploit as Dessou drives hard and is fouled by Adu. And a timeout on the floor. Wave of substitutions coming. Adu, 15 against St. Peter's, has a dunk here early. All right, thank you, Jamie. Keeping an eye on that one. Don't forget, first round coverage, NCAA Division I Women's Championship continues on ESPN. Just go to ESPN.com for times and to listen. Also at NCAA.com. The Texas Longhorn women are a seed, beat Drexel in round 1. They've got Alabama. An air ball late clock, shot clock violation, and Tennessee, a staunch defensive team, one of the best defensive teams in the country, Jim. They stop them again.
Yeah, but excellent job of Tennessee by keeping the ball on one side of the court. That time shot clock trickling down to 0 forces A. Smith to take a tough challenge shot over the outstretched arms of Mesha.
Get set to the game here. Meshack on the floor. Weaver, Shedrick, Cunningham, all entering for Texas. Walker and Meshack coming off Rick Barnes' bench. Ziegler missed a 3. Cunningham battling for it. And Cunningham loses it out of bounds. Brought Cunningham after round 1, becoming the all-time winningest player in Texas Longhorns basketball history.
And just right outside the outstretched arms to kind of save that in, and
playing with a broken thumb on his right hand. Santiago Vescovi guarded by Asmus.
And Vescovi knocking some shots in this game. He was able to knock in last game 2 for 5, couple 3-pointers.
Kendall Weaver guarding Connect. He won't get much space here. And look at Asmus ripping right out of the hands of Vescovi.
And one thing Weaver can do too, he may give up a little size, but his quickness and athletic ability to get up underneath.
Shedrick connects, puts it on the rim, is fouled. Shedrick, the transfer from Virginia, will go to the line. Great hands.
All ball right there, great timing too. You know, both teams' the ability to play tough defense. Don't bail out your opponent by getting fouled. That, you know, that one right there was chancy, because a lot of times when you slap down, the officials tend to call that, but clean play. And that time Texas was able to get out and run and pick up a foul in transition.
There's Rodney Terry taking over for Chris Beard last year on an interim basis in a team that went to the Elite 8. And full-time head coach at Texas, where he served as an assistant under Rick Barnes, 9 years. 1 out of 2. Caden Shedrick at 6'11". Could be a presence inside for the Longhorns. Certainly a lob threat and a rim protector. Texas has had questions about their defense all year. Three-point applies for Jordan Gady. Follow rebound by Walker, and he's fouled on his way up.
And the defensive side for Texas too is that when they're locked in, they're pretty good. But you got to stay engaged the whole time, and that's where the questions have come in throughout the year. That looked like, see, that's what I'm saying on the reach down.
Yeah.
You saw it cleanly with A. Smith on the last play. That one looked clean, but the official, maybe out of position a little bit, calls the foul.
Coach at courtside. You can refresh your fandom with a delicious Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Let's set our 3 officials here. Terry Oglesby, Vern Harris, Tommy Morrissey. Alternate is Greg Evans. Terry Oglesby is a crew chief, 4 Final Fours. Vern Harris has officiated 9 Final Fours. 6-4, a couple of free throws from Awaka. 6 minutes in here. Here's Kendall Weaver. He was a fire starter against Colorado State in round 1. Meshack right with Asmus. Finally gets some space. Missed it. Tobey Awaka with a board. Ziegler directing traffic. Picked up by Asmus this time. Don't connect. Release. And again, Awaka keeps it alive, but right to Hunter.
Yeah, excellent box up that time by Kendall Weaver on Meshack. A beautiful move by Hunter down the lane, but not able to finish it.
Connect, trying to go coast to coast. Now he kicks it and runs right over a great defender in Kendall Weaver. It's an offensive foul. It'll be Texas ball.
You got to be under control and play off 2 feet right here. Connect has to jump stop, make this pass, and now you avoid picking up that charge. And we talked about this on Thursday, the energy in which Kendall Weaver was able to bring to the table in that mid-second part of the first half, where that changed the tide, and you felt it throughout the game. Bringing it right now. You can't move, buddy.
Yeah. Tyrese Hunter, just an unforced error on the baseline. Well, coming off a made basket, can't move it, and he takes a couple of steps.
He was doing the slide, let your slide on that one right there. Listen, dead ball you can't move, okay? So you can move within a space, but not like that one right there. And costly turnover, Tennessee.
With the beef going inside, lays it in, and Tennessee's doubled up. Texas here. Tennessee beat St. Peter's Thursday, a 34-point win. They never trailed, dominating performance. SEC tournament, they got ousted by Mississippi State. Volunteers were kind of trending as a 1 seed, but they lost to Mississippi State by 17. Probably dropped them off the 1 line. They ended up as the top 2 seed. They do get the favorable draw here in Charlotte, just 4 hours from Knoxville. Dylan Mitchell stops, gives it up. Weaver resets him, and Mitchell stripped down from behind by Gainey, and that'll be Tennessee ball. You're seeing the excellence of Tennessee defensively.
Yeah, excellent movement side to side by Texas, but look, it's Jordan Gainey because he's in the proper defensive position on a string with the rest of his players, able to swipe down. Once again, a swipe down that's not called a foul because he got the ball, cleanly.
6 turnovers, Jimmy. Longhorns. Walker gets it deep to shoot. Nice play. Ball is slippery right now for both teams. Ace-Smith picked up by Jordan James. They want to get the Sewell post up here with Gainey on it. James nearby. James got a hand on the ball. DeSue strong with it to Mitchell. 8 to shoot. Got time here. Kendall Weaver. And he lays it in.
And no panic that time. The Longhorns, the shot clock going down. Kendall Weaver able to find the slot that was open. Didn't elevate the way he wanted, but just enough to kiss it off the glass.
Here's Ziegler. Quick release. Can't get that one to go. Awaka's a beast in there. And Awaka scores it again. Tobe Awaka. Had some lower leg issues. It was a question whether he was going to be able to go here today. No question. He looked strong in the early going.
Those are the tough baskets against this Texas team that you need to get. And Awaka right there.
He just drops Dylan DeSue. Tobe Awaka making a name for himself early. Just picked up his 2nd foul. He has been a man on the glass. Tournament summary as Grand Canyon gets their first NCAA tournament win. Tickets punched to the Sweet 16 as we hear from Allie LaForce a moment ago.
Well, Coach, your defense is forcing the turnovers, but made shots were hard to come by. What will you tell your offense?
Well, one, we missed layup. We got to make some of those layups, but you know what? They're a good defensive team, too. Exactly what we thought, somewhat mirror each other on the defensive end, and we got the ball where we wanted. We just got to be ready to score before we get it.
Any Rodney Terry tendencies you can see coming?
Oh, yeah, they're going to do some things, but again, I've said all along, we know each other, and they're playing exactly like we thought they were playing.
Thank you, Coach.
Good stuff from Rick Barnes as Dylan DeSue hits a jumper.
Coach speak.
They said they haven't spoken for a month. No text, no calls. They've both been busy, but they call each other family, Rodney Terry and Rick Barnes. And you could tell by that embrace prior to the game. And Allie LaForce, it is a special relationship between these two guys, and they're not real fond of matching up against one another tonight.
Well, you mentioned this was the first interaction in a month and a half, and Rodney basically said, listen, he'll always be a mentor to me. But he's super competitive, I'm super competitive. We will chum it up when the season is over, certainly not before then.
Good stuff.
You know what I thought about, too, is that because they know each other well, but Rodney Terry, beautiful inbounds pass and play. Ziegler once again able to get it to Adu, but I tend to think that Rodney knows Rick's tendencies a lot more because he coached up underneath him and seen a lot of strategies, adjustments by being his assistant coach.
Good point. Ace-Smith in and out, had a good look at it. Yet to put points on the board. Weaver up there battling with Adu, and that's last touch by Adu in Tennessee. And that'll be Texas ball. Kendall Weaver gives you so much. 9 seasons as an assistant under Rick Barnes. Rick was there 17 years in Austin, had great success. Won Final Four in 2003 for Rick Barnes. That was a TJ Ford year. First and only Final Four for Rick Barnes. Rodney Terry had a stop at UTEP and came back to Texas with Chris Beard. And then ends up taking over this Texas program a year ago.
Well, and why that's important, let's say this game gets sticky and it gets down to last 5 minutes and what adjustments need to be made. And there it is.
Katie was stripped. And Katie is going to lay it in.
There's a defense, another turnover. 2 now, 3 ranks, 7 turnovers for Texas. But what I was saying is that in late game situations, Rodney Terry will know pretty much what adjustments Barnes like to make or what calls he likes to make in plays in those situations.
Adu with the block. Here's Ziegler in traffic, and that's going to be a foul. Let's see who they get. They're going to get Max Asmus for the Longhorns.
Here's the swarming defense. Adu in position to take this away from Dylan Mitchell. And when you're big that can roam around the glass, your rim protection now becomes more, I think it's a situation where, because you're in position, that even on drives where you don't get a block, you influence shots in the lane.
Here's Connect. Out of the baseline, out of bounds. No offensive rebound, though. Jordan James. Ziegler will reset it here. Hunter is on him. Ziegler's so quick. Now to Jordan James with the reverse and the left hand. It goes. Jordan James gets to a strong hand. And Tennessee doubling up Texas in the early going here. A little over the halfway mark of this first half. Josiah Jordan James makes it 16-8.
A look from our AT&T connected cam. I want to take here. Adu is going to set this screen, okay? And why it's important is once that Ziegler gets over, that's going to bring the defender inside, and watch this cross-catch, this pass open up for the drive. Because of that, the dive opens up the cross-court pass. Now Triple J able to get to the baseline and get it easy.
The aliens were calling him up right there, Jim.
Now, you were a little nervous. You thought that the czar of the teletrainer 2 was not going to get it done. And I said, this is what I do for a living.
Mike Fratello did that for sure, as Tyrese Hunter coming out of that timeout hits a jumper. So it's been a 12-4 run for Tennessee before that Hunter jump shot. Hunter's got the ability to put some points on the board as well. Jordan James missed it, a wild shot. Here comes Hunter with his head up, taking on Vescovy, and that'll be a block. The fifth-year man from Uruguay.
Yeah, I love the play out of the timeout, too, to get Hunter right in the middle of the lane. And there he's able to push in transition. And Vescovy wasn't able to square up enough to be able to get that charge. But that's the kind of tempo I think Texas has to play with. 1, you finish your defense with the rebound, and 2, now you can get out and run and maybe exploit and find some gaps before the Texas defense gets set.
So Texas baseline out of bounds. JP Estrella comes in for Tennessee. Got some minutes late in their opening round win against St. Peter's. And now needing some size. Estrella, the 6'11" freshman from Maine. And right away, Shedrick dunks on him. Hayden Shedrick set up by Dessou.
Yeah, Estrella right there. And Adu a little miscommunication on that pick and roll. You get your feet wet and get an easy basket. That's the way to get it.
Ziegler, quick release, missed it. Asmus, the rebound. Here come the Horns now, down 4. Trying to cover that 12-4 Tennessee run, have an answer. Hunter lets it fly. No, Vescovy the rebound. Tyrese Hunter trying to play in his 3rd consecutive Sweet 16. He transferred from Iowa State. Adu missed it. Hunter with the rebound. Hunter's one of those guys. He dropped 30 against Oklahoma late in the Big 12 season. A key win for them in the Big 12 regular season. Inside, Mitchell, no, got his own, and the putback.
That's how you stay with it right there. The first one didn't go down, but as a shooter, you know where it's coming off at. And Mitchell able to out-quick his defender to pop it back in.
All over Ziegler with help from Shedrick as well. Almost forced a turnover. And now Ziegler lets him get back in their action. Connect. SEC Player of the Year has not scored. 5 to shoot now. 3. Turnaround. Connect. Comes up short and Texas ball. Dylan Mitchell putting the clamps on Dalton Connect. The 2 UTs, Tennessee and Texas, 16-14. Volunteers lead it, but a defensive struggle so far. A moment ago, Allie LaForce with Rodney Terry.
Well, Coach, how are you able to create so many more shot opportunities, and how do you address the costly 7 turnovers?
Well, we got to get the ball moving a little bit. It was sticking a little bit too much. We weren't showing a lot of toughness at the first part of the game, so we got to do a good job of keeping those guys off the glass and just make decisive plays.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, you can't flow passes, and you have to be strong physically against this Tennessee defense, and don't assume that the pass and the opening is going to be there too long, because they can close the gap rather quickly. A little full court press, not meant to kind of turn it over, but also it's made for Texas to kind of fill Tennessee a little bit more in the full court situation. Oh, there it is.
Now Ziegler gets the pick. Ziegler after the steal, looking for contact, almost took himself out of the play. Connect misses and is fouled. Dalton Connect, no field goals yet, but he's got a chance at the free throw line here. On Zakai Ziegler, what a player. First team All-SEC, the SEC Defensive Player of the Year, Zakai Ziegler. As you see, Dalton Connect sitting on 699 points, 23 against St. Peter's, and 700 points this season for Tennessee. Started at Northeastern Junior College, 2 years there, the Colorado native. Then Northern Colorado for 2 years, then added 20 pounds. He was the darling of the portal. He lands with Rick Barnes in Tennessee and becomes the SEC Player of the Year, Jim.
And that's a storybook tale, because, you know, a lot of times with transfers, you don't see it happen like that so quickly in regards to him being able to not only fit in, but in the tough SEC conference be named Player of the Year. But the fit was perfect teammates, and recorded well for both. A beautiful ball movement that time by Texas. You shifted the defense. You made a quick decision with the ball. A. Smith able to cash it in and pay it off.
Waka back on the floor, banging against Shedrick, and he gets the jump hook. Yeah, he's having a terrific start. Tobey Waka, just a sophomore, New York native, out of Cardinal Hayes in Hyde Park, New York.
Cardinal Hayes, shout out my boy Jamal Mashburn. There we go, Cardinal Hayes.
Here comes Hunter. He gives it up to Sue. He's been a willing shooter this year. Remade shot. Misses it. Ziegler with the rebound. 3-point Tennessee lead with the ball here. Connect into the 700-point club this year. Vescovy lets it fly. Waka going up and over Mitchell, and he'll be called for the foul here.
And as tough as it is for Waka, that's third foul. You got to be smart. You know you have 2 fouls. This is a rebound you just let go. Let it go. Live to fight another day. Those decisions right there cost your team, because you've been so dominant of getting the ball inside the paint, and defensively you're clogging up the area. Now, the last 5:45 of this first half, you're going to be sitting next to the coaches.
Full court pressure once again. Just a little show pressure. And Max Asmus at the point. He and Dessou. You got Dessou and Shedrick on the floor together. This big lineup for the Longhorns. Asmus hands all over and lost the handle on the ground. Vescovy and Asmus tie it up. That'll be a held ball. Possession arrow belongs to Texas. So with 9 on the shot clock, they scramble for the ball. Don't forget, you can watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device. NCAA March Madness Live. Download now to stay up to date on all the action. Knocked out of bounds. Couple of ticks off the shot clock. It's at 9. And that corner out of bounds here.
Coffin corner. And look who's guarding the ball, Adu. So this, gonna be careful with this pass. There you go.
Cunningham gets it in. Now Asmus goes to work. Gotta go quick though. Trying to find Dessou. Ziegler again. Ziegler with another steal. He's fouled. Can't finish it. Zakai Ziegler, a menace right now. Pounding these Texas guards, forcing 9 turnovers for the Longhorns at this point.
But here's the thing. The reason why this play doesn't work, look where the screen and how the screen was set. That time the screen by Shedrick was going to be set on the sideline out of bounds. You don't have a lot of room over there. Set it so now Asmus can come to the middle. Now you have more room to work with it, force him to pick up his dribble, hence a turnover. That was just a poor decision on execution that time by Texas.
One more for Ziegler. Jordan Gainey on the floor for Tennessee. Gainey playing for the Vols with his father, Justin, associate head coach for Rick Barnes. More full court pressure here. Kendall Weaver returns for the Longhorns. Approaching the 5-minute mark. This 7-2 matchup in the Midwest region. Tennessee grabbing the top 2 seed of the 4. Tyrese Hunter picked up by Gainey. Gainey, an excellent defender. Hunter can't shake him. And now Dessou lets a 3 go. Dessou missed it. Cunningham, and that is Gainey flying high to rip down the rebound, and a foul on Weaver.
You're talking about some one-on-one defense? The reason why Dessou got that shot or had to take it was because of that young man right there, Jordan Gainey. His one-on-one defense forced the ball to go back on the perimeter, and not only did he give the effort defensively to stop, but he went back in as a guard to gobble up that rebound.
Transfer from South Carolina upstate. Inside missing, and good block out there by the Longhorns as Dessou comes away with a rebound. 4.5 to go here. 21-17, Tennessee leads it. The trip to the Sweet 16 in Detroit is on the line. 2 Sweet 16 teams from a year ago. They do too much at 6'11" for Dessou. A little bit of a bad shot. Connect, ready to line it up in transition. Missed it. And 1 and done for the Vols. Hunter finds Cunningham, kicks it out. Horton for 3. Back iron. Long rebound. Zion Jordan James back in the hands of the point guard. Dump it inside. Adu's got Cunningham on him. Mismatch inside. Adu turns. Missed badly. Offensive rebound. Another chance. Gainey. No. Tennessee is 0 for 9 from 3-point range. 0 for 10, I beg your pardon. Texas 2 for 7 right now.
Yeah, not a pretty display of shooting the basketball from the perimeter.
Oh, good find. Weaver, extra pass. Ball's gone around the horn. Horton missed it. Cunningham, offensive board. Slapped away by Gainey. And these are precision punches both of these teams have on these swipe downs. In and out for Ziegler.
That was in 3/4 of the way, but now out, and Terry wants to slow it down a little bit, try to get a set in here. See if you can have the ball touch the paint here to get something positive for Texas.
0 for 11 now, Tennessee. Dessou passed it up. Steps into one, a little bit of range, misses. Shots not falling. Texas had this kind of game, even though they beat Colorado State. That was a brutal shooting game for both teams. Colorado State had just 11 points in the first half in that one. Connect, he's been bottled up. Don't connect, just 2 points at this point. 0 for 5 from the field. And active hands again. Dessou got the deflection into the hands of Weaver. Weaver driving it. He lost it for a moment. In and out it goes. And Connect comes out of it. We got a foul. And
they're going to look at this.
Look at this. Brock Cunningham called for the foul. So Terry Oglesby sends the teams to their benches as Cunningham just throws Gainey to the ground. That's certainly going to be one that is elevated here. You got us, Gene?
I can't hear the guys.
Gene,
I can hear
you
you now.
Gene?
I'm open now.
Can you hear us, Gene?
I got you now, B.A.
Oh, we got it.
I got
All
you,
right.
man. Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Vern Harris just came over and said it may be a double flagrant. I don't know if that's what he meant to say, but we'll see. They're chatting it out.
I don't.
I think he
I'm
may.
looking at definitely a flagrant one. I think he may mean they may be elevating to a flagrant two. I don't see anybody else participating.
That's what we were
right,
thinking.
guys?
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. He just said double flagrant, but I think he meant it might be an ejection here for Cunningham. We'll see.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, and I think if it is, and I don't disagree with it either, if they go there, this is excessive, severe, and potentially could create injury. This is definitely not a basketball play whatsoever.
Okay, we'll be right to you. We got a studio in here.
Got it.
That's a good one, Jamie. Thank you. We got a pivotal moment in this game here as Vern Harris over giving Jimmy the explanation. So Brock Cunningham with the foul. They go to the table to see if it rises to a flagrant 1 or 2. This is the replay. Let's bring Gene Steratore in, and then we'll hear from Jimmy. What'd you see here, Gene?
Yeah, definitely flagrant 1, right? Because we're not in it. We're in a severe situation. And I think, truthfully, guys, elevate to a flagrant 2 because now you're really overly excessive. This is not a basketball play. Could potentially create injury. And I would support a flagrant 2 if they decide to go to that space, but definitely a flagrant 1.
All right, thank you, Gene. Good stuff there. And Jimmy, what did Vern Harris have to say to you?
That it was a flagrant 1, 2-shot penalty, and it would be Tennessee ball, which is correct. And that time I don't think it warranted a flagrant 2, but it was excessive after the play, which is why it was just upgraded to a flagrant 1.
Close. I mean, I'm kind of with Gene, not saying he should have gotten a flagrant 2, but that could have gone there. Cunningham had a flagrant 1 in round 1, but he remains for now. I don't want to take any chances at this point. He is such an important piece to the Longhorns. That was a risky move right there. He does stay. It's a flagrant 1. Tennessee has possession after the technical foul shots. Thanks to Gene Steratore. He is the best. Been there all day yesterday, day before. Be there all the way through the championship game. Zakai Ziegler in the corner. Rainmaker for 3. High arcing three-pointer for Ziegler. He finally hits one. Tennessee stretches their lead to 9. It's an 8-0 Tennessee run. Texas can hardly get into their stuff offensively. Tennessee just busting up everything they're trying to do right now, forcing 10 turnovers in this first half. Cadet guarding Dessou. That's a target for Texas. Dessou missed it. Dylan Dessou now 2 for 9.
And that's the shot Dalton Connect wants Dylan Dessou to take it now. This is where I think you can exploit and use Dalton Connect. Not when he's stationary, give him the ball and say, go one-on-one. No. When he's on the move, be able to catch and then go. That time, he's able to get by a quicker defender, but yet finish through a little bit of contact at the rim.
It's a great save by Weaver. Forcing another bad Texas pass. Horton's going to pull a 3. Oh, he was in rhythm there.
Much needed. Much needed right there to see the ball go through.
Ithiel Horton. Now in his 6th year, Texas is his 4th program. 9-point Tennessee lead. 5 minutes to play here. Gainey. Nothing there. Cut off by Horton. Looking for Connect. Texas has their best defender on the perimeter, guarding Connect. Skip pass. Inside Jordan James. A finger roll. It's an offensive foul. Dessou stands in there firm. Hard to draw a charge these days with a point of emphasis in college basketball, but that was a no-brainer.
Yeah, and that time, because Dessou was on a string, he was able to take 2 steps over, set those puppies, and get ready to absorb the contact. And once again, if you don't have a long closeout, you can get there.
AT&T at the half coming your way. All the scores, highlights, latest NCAA tournament news. Another turnover for Texas, their 11th. And it's going to give the ball back to Tennessee with 34.6 seconds left. Maddening for Rodney Terry and the Longhorns. This Tennessee team, one of the great defensive teams in the country. And it's showing up here tonight in Charlotte. Well, Rodney Terry has seen his Longhorns turn it over at a high pace. And another one here, Jimmy, on the baseline out of bounds.
Listen, you want to frustrate a coach? Unforced turnovers, okay? And it kills you because you give your opponent momentum and you take offensive possessions away, which are at a premium against this Tennessee defense. A lot of adjustments, more so mentally for Texas at halftime to clean that up.
Reminder on TBS right now, NC State, Oakland going to overtime. Jamie's been keeping us updated all day long. Connect. One after Cedric, and he comes up short. Offensive rebound. Meshack, connect for three. No! Meshack again, and lost it out of bounds. It hit the bottom of the stanchion. Texas will get the ball back after a couple of offensive boards by Meshack.
What we see, though, is that with Dalton Connect, he's not able to beat his primary defender off the dribble. That's why I say you need to catch it, get him catching the ball on the move.
Asmus will put it in. Remember, he hit a 30-footer at the end of the first half against Colorado State. I think they're running the same play here. Meshack trying to stay with him. Asmus can't shake him. Asmus lets him fly. No good. Meshack was all over him. Tennessee frustrating Texas. Holds them to 19 points in the first half. The Longhorns go 8 for 26. 2 of 9 from beyond the arc. (28-19). Tennessee leads it by 9. The 2 seed in the Midwest as we check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach, how has your defense kept you afloat, and what will you say to Connect and Ziegler to get them going offensively?
Well, one, our defense has been good, and their defense is good too. There's not a lot of easy shots to be had out there. He's got to slow down, you know, and he doesn't have to force anything. He's got to rely on his teammates to help him, but he's got to do his part too to come off ready to catch and score.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks to Rick Barnes. Connect and Ziegler combined to go 2 for 15, and yet Tennessee leads it by 9. AT&T at the half. Another half to go here in Charlotte for the Sweet 16. Just about ready to start this second half here. Texas and Tennessee. It was an ugly one shooting the basketball. Great defense, you could say. A lot of open shots missed as well. It is 28-19. Brian Anderson with Jim Jackson. We'll hear from Allie LaForce here in just a moment. Our thrilling drives presented by Nissan. Jim, let's take you to Tobe Awaka, who was the tone setter in that first half for Tennessee.
Yeah, despite those, what you said, ugly statistics, you can find a positive out of a negative, and it was the play of Awaka. You know, early on, just imposing as well, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Now, he does have those 3 fouls, so very important that he doesn't pick up a cheap one early that gets him his 4th and gets him to the bench. Texas
in 3 halves in Charlotte, 3 for 23 from beyond the arc. Just 6 assists and 23 turnovers. As we send it over to Allie LaForce. What do you have, Allie?
Ryan and Jim, I grabbed Coach Terry as he was heading out of the half. He said, listen, it's the same things we've been saying since the start of the game. We cannot turn the ball over. He said, we aren't being physical enough, and we're losing the rebounding battle. Tennessee had that advantage 24-19, but most importantly, 9 of those were offensive rebounds. He also said, we just have to be tougher, execute, and get the shot every time on offense that we decide we want on our terms.
I like that too, because it's like, what do you do kind of systematically to not turn the ball over, but make better decisions, use a pump fake. And that's the thing in the second half, because now you have so many empty possessions that you allow Tennessee then to spread this lead out. Let's see if they make that mental adjustment here. Texas in the second half of valuing the basketball.
Tennessee has the first possession, second half underway. And a trip to the Sweet 16 in Detroit. Ziegler, a hot pass, misfires, Asmus comes out of it. Tennessee turnover, look at Hunter flying to the rim, but Jonas Adu was there to disrupt that shot. I don't think he got a hand on it. Connect misses. And Hunter comes away with a rebound. If you're a Longhorn fan, Texas trailed TCU by 10 and won 77-66 earlier in the year. That was a 10-point deficit early in the game, though. This is down 9 against a #2 seed in Tennessee, who won the SEC regular season, as Dessou gets loose inside.
Patience, kind of tightrope the baseline, and Dylan Dessou, I'd like to see him get that body down there a lot more. Speaking of which,
that's going to be a goaltend. Dessou went up to try to knock it away, but it was on the descent. And Jonas Adu will have 2 4.
I don't know about that one, man. I think he got that, but see, it's still going up. The ball is still going up. Now, the bucket is scored very similar to the beginning of the game when it was Ziegler and Adu on this end of the court, where he dropped it in the slot, and Adu was able to finish it inside. In good hands by Ziegler. The thing about Ziegler is this: when you want to run your pick and roll and use that to your advantage, he doesn't allow you to do it, because he gets over and fights through the screen. So now you're not able to turn the corner if you're a guard. And there's a turnover. Another one.
Vescovi on the breakout. Vescovi lays it in. Texas with 12 turnovers.
And Brian, that one, Tennessee, good defense. That's just a poor pass. You can't float the ball like that and expect it to get there on a team like Tennessee. And these are just the mental errors that are killing the Longhorns and allowing Tennessee to benefit and eat off of those miscues.
Almost another turnover. Instead, it's going to be a foul on Vescovi. Tyrese Hunter has 5 giveaways himself of the 12.
Well, but it's been Hunter who has 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
Okay, and all of his passes have been suspect, where they've just been floating. He's been indecisive. You know what happens now? The tendency, he's really subconscious about making passes because he has those 5 turnovers.
See the stats on Vescovi in his 5th year. 2nd all-time steals. He can be a menace defensively as well. 6 steals for Tennessee. And on the drive, Weaver, he couldn't get the finish, but he was taking on the tall trees inside. Almost got a flush. Free throws coming here for Kendall Weaver. Hosting Alabama tomorrow. Weaver knocks in the first free throw. Ten-point lead for Tennessee, down to 9, single digits. That's where the lead was at the half.
Yeah, by making a basket, or now the free throw allows you to set your defense, set up a little bit of full court pressure, see if they can force Tennessee to be uncomfortable and cough it up. That time, good job by Vescovi, despite the pesky defense by Asmus.
Ziegler down the baseline, now gives it up, connect with Weaver on him. Connect's had a tough time. He's found no airspace. Turned into a driver, that was blocked. And let's see, that'll be Texas ball.
Great job once again by Kendall Weaver. He gets up underneath. Now, he's giving up a little bit size, but what he has is a quickness. So now Dalton Connect can't turn the corner, and he's influenced that shot in particular. So a rough outing thus far for the SEC Player of the Year.
No block there, he just lost it out of bounds. Can Texas find any rhythm offensively against this difficult defensive matchup? Not this time. Adu clears it away, 1 and done for the Longhorns. 3 minutes gone by here. And now Ziegler finds Adu, and he puts it in with the left hand. That was a tough pass. Great catch by Jonas Adu. Assist numbers for Ziegler, that's his third. Ziegler and Connect combined for just 8 points, but Tennessee is up 11. It has been the others. They've gotten points from 7 different players. Dessou drives it and blocked by Adu. Connect runs the break, gives it up. Adu missed the dunk. Oh, Jonas Adu with bad intentions. And he missed it.
Well, you go back, listen, this is, look how many Tennessee players are in the lane. That's 4 players in the lane, okay? But then he identifies where Weaver is at, knowing that he can jump. I think the concentration level there of just more so on Weaver than finishing the play is why Adu missed it. Keep in mind, last game against Colorado State, Texas had 30 points in the paint, okay? Different animal with Tennessee, because right now, Longhorns are just sitting on 8.
Here's Asmus, shoots for Adu. Disrupted that shot as well. Adu's everywhere right now. Inside, outside, he got caught in the cross match with Asmus. Asmus having a rough one here. 1 out of 7, just 3 points. Oh, Ziegler looking for the highlight. Jordan James, it was too tall for him. A giveaway by the Bulls. Timeout. Tennessee leads by 11. So a little housekeeping here, Jim. They went to the replay monitor, and we want to bring in Gene Steratore. This was called, Gene, a goaltend. They went and looked at it, and they're going to take 2 points off the board here.
Yeah, B.A. Initially, I felt the ball was still climbing, but didn't have the angle and the great look we just got from this camera, and was thinking maybe they called that because piece of the ball was over the cylinder. Good job by replay. Ball's not over the cylinder, was still climbing, was not coming down. Good block, removed the 2. And now we play on with a 9-point differential.
Now, thanks, Gene, for that. And a reminder that 3 minutes went by. 3 minutes of game time went by there before they finally got a stoppage. Now, under 4 of this second half. You go under 4 minutes, you can stop the game
right away.
Immediately. And Gene Steratore laying it out for us. And so Texas actually picked up a couple of points there. Josiah Jordan-James just picks up his 3rd foul. He's going to go to the bench. Jemai Mashak will re-enter. Mashak was excellent defensively, and they put him on Dessou right away. Where is the offense going to come from for the Longhorns? They've got scores, but they cannot get loose. All these switchable parts for Tennessee, and it's another Texas turnover. Their 13th. Ziegler. Oh, Dalton Connect with the follow jam. Wow. As if he found a new gear to hang in the air. That was not a clean rebound to him. He had to go get it and then put it back. Weaver unwilling to shoot it, but there is contact, a block, and free throws here for Weaver. Take you back to Dalton Connect.
Yeah, but it's the defense first, out in transition, and this is why that's a good shot, a clean shot, because defenders are not able to put bodies on bodies. Dalton Connect not having the best shooting night, but at that time, didn't give up on the play, assumed the shot was in and able to follow it up. Take the pressure by Ziegler. Just notice where the offense for Texas is beginning. It's 2 or 3 feet behind the 2-3-point line, or even a little bit further. So they're operating a lot further on the court. Hence, they're not getting those penetrating passes or 1-2 dribble into the lane like they were against CSU. So excellent defensive schematic or schemes by Tennessee.
Nice lead there for Waka, who scores. Waka on the pass from Ziegler. Tennessee back up double digits now. It's an 11-point volunteer lead. This team was in the top 10 virtually all year, ranked as high as 4 at one point, right at the end of the year. Here is Hunter, hangs, gives it up. Weaver, three-pointer is true.
That's true. And that time he was willing to take the shot, unlike he was last time. Even though he picked up the foul, he turned it down. But those open looks like that, you got to be confident. You put enough work in the gym.
Ziegler just making it all happen right now. Mashak puts it in. But Ziegler breaking down that perimeter defense by the Horns. Almost got a steal. coming out of bounds here.
And that's the difference, is that he's making life easier on his teammates because he's able to break down his initial defender, causing Texas to get in rotations, and now he's just finding where the opening is at.
Dessou missed it. Mitchell swiped it out of bounds. It's going to be Texas ball here.
Watch here. He rejects the pick and roll. Look at the rotation. A-Smith comes, and then Mashack does an excellent job of circling on the backside of Weaver to get that two in the lane.
Jimmy, it's these small little hesitations, these little hezzies that get him extra space just when you think you got him covered. He puts on the Jets. Another three misses for the Longhorns. They're dependent on the three-pointers right now. Tennessee's not giving them a thing inside that three-point line.
They're playing right into the hands of what Texas wants them to do. And now right on their hands. That's a flame look, but guess who? Awaka.
Cadet gets it back, resets it to Ziegler, and Dessou is down, grabbing at his left knee. Or strangling, stretching, I'm not sure, it's not good.
No. When a player starts asking for like the lay and stop, that tells you it's a little more serious than what you think, and hopefully, let's see the contact here. He goes up, legs get tangled, and he
bone on bone.
Yeah, but that, I think, was it his right leg that hits the deck, right, boom, right there. I always say, man, the floor don't give, bro.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So if you could, now he couldn't avoid it there, but if you can avoid falling a lot, and he's walking it off, which is good. Like to see that by Dylan.
He started his career in the SEC at Vandy, had ACL surgery, see the scars on that right knee. Left foot surgery last year, he played through the injury until he just couldn't anymore. Missed the Elite Eight game, had to come out of that game against Miami. Miami went to the Final Four. Here's Dalton Knecht, got that release, missed it, another offensive rebound, and a foul on Hunter. Tennessee just dominating the boards. 32 rebounds, they're plus 10 on Texas. That is their 12th offensive rebound. They are plus 8 in that category.
Yeah, and those 12 offensive rebounds have resulted into 10 second chance points. So when you're struggling to shoot the ball, but yet you're finding the effort plays to be to your advantage, this is where you find yourself up at it now. Excellent out of bounds play, but guess what? Dalton Knecht caught that pass on the move a little bit. Now he was able to get past his initial defender and finally have a breath of fresh air at the rim, not as contested.
Biggest lead for Tennessee. And stepped on the sideline. Texas with another turnover. Number 14. Knecht missing from beyond the arc, starting to go to work inside now.
Well, I'll tell you right here, it's on the move, boom. Now the defender comes out, he gets by Mitchell, able to finish it.
Strong finish.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. As a shooter and a scorer like Knecht, the thing I always say is this, Brian. If you start off early and you're not hitting your shot, you can't get frustrated. You know why? You're a high usage player. The ball is going to be in your hands. And now you can also set your teammates up, as you see him stepped out of bounds there. But he can be a decoy by setting his guys up, knowing he's going to attract attention, and then able to find little nuances in the defense to get some shots up and in.
He's definitely a vortex. He's garnering a lot of attention, as he should. The SEC Player of the Year. That one's on the ground once again. Loose with the basketball is Texas. That'll be a held ball, and it'll stay in the possession of the Longhorns. Texas ball handlers being exposed here. The ability to create your own. A-Smith does have the ability to create his own. He can't get by these excellent Tennessee defenders. Averages 17, only 3 tonight, 3,000-point score. He is 8th all-time, one of the great scorers in college basketball. Wild pass, that was deflected by Ziegler.
Yeah, but guess who threw it in? It was Hunter again. Man. Hunter just lobbing passes up, and you're trying to throw it back towards half court. Throw it all the way over, okay? But now you're lobbing it up, and you're lucky. Look at this lob. That Ziegler didn't have an inch more. That's going the other way.
6 turnovers for Hunter right now. It has been a mess for him. Asmus guarded by Meshack. They stay right with him. No switching. Now Cunningham is open. Cunningham hits a three. Much needed for Texas is Brock Cunningham. It's a three-pointer. Remember, he was hit with a flagrant one in the first half. 9-point Tennessee lead.
Well, despite the struggles of Texas, they continue to keep this kind of round of 4 or 5 possession game. They just need to get consecutive stops and figure out ways, maybe get to the free throw line, quick transition, quick pick and roll to cut into it. They're still in this game.
There's a cut by Weaver. Oh, Walker denies him. Oh, Weaver was going up for the jam. Weaver is not afraid, folks. Taking on 6'8" Tobey Awaka. Awaka gets the block.
Yeah, he said, nah, partner. I've seen it before. Not tonight.
High level. How about the courage of Kendall Weaver, though? Impressive. Rocky Top playing here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Easy little ride from Knoxville. Tennessee, the 2 seed. Kendall Weaver's going to the line here. He's given Texas their best minutes tonight. And he rattles one in. Hit a three-pointer a moment ago. It's an 8-point game.
Yep.
Tennessee just 1 of 18. They've missed 17 three-pointers in this one.
Yeah, you know what? Combined, both teams, 5 for 32.
Time to throw the stats out the window. This is 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Who can find their way to the finish line?
Well, but this is one of those games in the tournament. Everything's on the line where you got to minimize your mistakes. Okay, you got to value each possession like this right now.
Pass by Adu. Dessou meets Connect at the apex. The foul is on Dylan Dessou, but he avoided a two-handed thunder jam.
And this works because Asmus is trying to deny Connect the ball in the corner. And it was set up to come up to get him back door.
Connect's numbers really jumped after the new year. He got into conference play, was averaging 15.7, and then in conference play averaged 24.4. Only Zach Edey averaged more in conference play this year. Those two are the 2 favorites for the National Player of the Year. Zach Edey had a monster game yesterday.
Breaking news.
Purdue, 30 and 20.
Hey, breaking news, Zach getting it. Okay.
Stat stuffing machine.
Zach getting it, okay? It's his first back-to-back since Ralph Sampson.
Another turnover. Here's Ziegler. He finds Gainey. Gainey's going to let it fly. Another missed three-pointer. Weaver out of the pack. Got traffic. He pays no mind. It goes all the way in for the layup. He has scored 11 of the last 14 for the Longhorns.
And guess what? 6-point game. 2 possessions if you count the 3-3, if you want a couple 2s, but Texas continue to fight through some of the shooting pains, locking in defensively, making it tougher for Tennessee.
Tennessee getting stuck here. Late clock. Connect. Backing down. Weaver, little turnaround. In and out it goes. Awaka. Now he's going to be called for a foul. I was about to say fortunate. He afforded a foul, but upon second thought, Vern Harris pops him with his 4th.
Kendall Weaver in transition. Ziegler too small. Adu a little late to the party. And he shows you right there. Just a little bit too small. Just a little bit.
What's he talking about?
I think it's employee number 5 in the white jersey.
Oh 1-1 here for Texas in the penalty. The rest of the way here, Tennessee, their 7th-team foul, and Awaka. Remember, we talked about he was the tone setter in that first half, but he did have 3 first-half fouls. Now he's got 4. He and Gainey to the bench, and it is Dylan Dessou at the line.
Remember that over-the-back foul by Awaka that he could have avoided.
Yeah.
So now that right there picks up your 3rd foul. You don't. That's the one that comes back to get you. And now you know, because of the physical play, you're going to pick one up in the first half of the second half. Okay. Now it's 4. His energy was infectious. So let's see who else, if Triple J, Josiah Jordan-James, can kind of pick up that energy level where Awaka kind of left off.
Connect, down to Adu. Now Ziegler, back at work. Inside Adu, he's got Cunningham on. Adu got it deep, missed it. Dessou with a rebound. Texas within 4. Texas with the ball here. Asmus. Oh, I thought he had a shot. He gives it up to Cunningham. Missed it. Asmus got to be looking for a shot right now. He's just 1 for 7. Here's Connect. Catch and shoot. Missed another one. The three-point story for Tennessee is a big one right now. 1 of 20 from beyond the arc. Asmus kicks it. Now Hunter gets a step on. Connect, finds Weaver. What a pass! Oh, Weaver can't finish it off. Tennessee able to avoid a couple of Texas possessions. 0 for 7 is Connect from three-point range. He does have 9 points. Ziegler, one-handed, lays it in. Pro move by Zakai Ziegler. And a big basket for Tennessee. 43-37, the lead is 6, had a delayed game warning right there.
Yeah, but once again, Ziegler able to reject the screen. You have no help coming from the strong side corner. That just left him available off that 1-foot jump to lay it in cleanly off the glass. A smart play that time by reading the defense and another turnover.
Cunningham's pass was too hot. Turnover 16 for Texas.
Watch this. Hunter's anticipating the pick, because you hear it called out, Dessou, but you got to send him off the pick. Don't jump too soon, because if you do that when you don't have help on the baseline, that's going to be an easy 2 like we just saw.
Never got it to his left hand either. That could have been a turnover if he does. Ziegler, Hunter right with him every step here. Jordan-James on the drive now. Adu clearing some space for him. I think Dessou got a piece of that. Set for Vescovi. Another missed 3. To the hedge right now.
And that was a clean one. I mean, that's a look you, percentage-wise, you're knocking down and then not making the 3, but then not getting back and identifying who do you have on defense opens it up for Tyrese Hunter to once again cut into this Tennessee lead.
Nice pass. Adu to Connect. Good action there from Rick Barnes on that bench. Shots aren't falling. Go to work inside. Connect, who has not made a three-pointer, has 11 points.
Well, better job by Rick Barnes in the second half of moving Connect around like a chess piece on the chessboard to get him some open looks.
Asmus hits a 3. Needed that one badly. Max Asmus, the active leader in total points in college basketball. Transfer from ORU. Connect, the transfer from Northern Colorado. These two guys, first year in their programs. You know they're going to be big down the stretch. Here we go. Game summary.
Close your eyes.
45-42.
Close your eyes.
There are pigs and there is lipstick. We're not there yet, but the application could be coming at some point. And he's going to come away with a win in an ugly game. Texas did just that against Colorado State. You'll take them any way you can get them.
Yeah, one possession game. Texas is kind of hung in there. They never allowed Tennessee to really get into a rhythm and extend the lead beyond 10, 11 points. And now, just trickled out.
Dessou, Cunningham gets it back. And now Hunter, hot pass Weaver, and a great catch to save that one out. Lost the handle. So out of that timeout, both teams turn it over.
But that's why passing is a premium. If that pass is up like that, now you get a basket because of the pass. Hunter to Weaver was below his feet, so he couldn't get his shot up. The little things win and lose you games or takes possessions away, and that was just an exchange that showed the beauty of passing the ball as opposed to being in defeat for not getting a good one.
Dessou misses again. Cunningham fighting for it. Jordan-James with the rebound on the bounce, and it's going to be a foul on Dessou, I believe they're going to get. Timeout on the floor here. 6 minutes to go in regulation. Big bucket for Big Jonas Adu at Tennessee.
Well, a little rough setting here, sledding here in Charlotte for Tennessee behind a 3-point line. Listen, they're 1 for 21. Some good looks, some clean looks, some contested looks. One made 3, season low. It makes a 5, done 6 times, but yet still hold a 1-possession 3-point lead despite not being over. Well, 5-point lead, I'm sorry.
47-42.
Yeah, it took me, that's that Ohio State education.
Guarded by Hunter now, goes underneath him. Ziegler quick and right into Dessou. That actually hit Asmus too on the carom, grabbed at his left elbow. So 11 to shoot here for Tennessee. 5:41 remaining. 47-42 Tennessee, the number 2 seed here. SEC regular season champs. Connect, catch and shoot, baseline out of bounds. Connect gets his first made 3.
But Brian, you said this in the during the timeout. All it takes is a team, one of these teams, to rip off 2 or 3 in a row, and that could be the difference in the game. And we saw maybe one indication right there, side out of bounds, once again drawn up by Rick Barnes for Connect, for him to score.
Big possession for Texas. The way this game is going here. Dessou for 3 and an answer. No. Connect the rebound.
And I would run back and figure out a way, since Connect knocked that in, to keep him involved, coming off a screen or something to get a shot, or setting up his teammate like that, but just Adu to left is short.
Adu had a good look at it. He hesitated at first, and it cost him. 8-point Texas deficit here, and to the basket, Meshack fouls Asmus. I tell you, this baseline out of bounds play, they've run it a few times. Connect has not made one until now, but this has been a problem for Texas.
Well, the simple part of it is be patient enough to let Adu set the screen. Now, I thought Weaver did a good job of getting over the top, but the problem was he was on the top side of Connect, which meant now once he caught it, he was able to get it up and over really quick.
And it's 6-6. That's no problem. Max Asmus. The Longhorns are going to need him. 2 free throws. 2-possession game here. Tennessee by 6. 4.5 to go in regulation, and a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. 2 programs that went to the Sweet 16 a year ago. James hits a 3. So back-to-back possessions now for Tennessee. Connect and Jordan James. The lead is 9. Texas, can they answer? Hunter drives it. Ooh, nice shot fake. And the reverse is good for Tyrese Hunter.
But that's why you play off 2 feet. If he goes off 1, he doesn't get that move on. He jump, stop, hesitates, and was able to get to the other side of the rim. So good fundamental offense. Outstanding footwork that time by Hunter. And
lets it fly. Offensive rebound. Here's Connect. Short mid-range. No. And Cunningham clears the rebound. Hunter pushing. Taking on all the balls right here. Back to the reverse and lays it in. Tyrese Hunter back-to-back possessions goes to the basket.
But that's a play, a 1-on-3. No, oh, good move.
Good.
Good move.
Ziegler working with Adu here. Gets it back. Ziegler probing, kicks it. Meshack drives. Meshack nothing there. Ziegler open for 3. Missed it. Over the backboard and out of bounds. Texas ball. Down 5. Tyrese Hunter, after a couple of 3-pointers from Tennessee, getting to the basket twice. It's a 5-point Tennessee lead. Texas with the ball here. Full court pressure. Show pressure by the Bulls. And now Asmus at the point. Hunter goes to the basket again. Adu blocks from behind. Who's it going to be? Officials looking at one another.
Jordan. It's off of James.
Terry Oglesby overrules and says Texas ball.
Watch the end here. The block, then right there. So it didn't touch Hunter, I don't think, on the ground. And James was already out of bounds and his arm hit it.
Another minute, you can take a look at it. Here's Dessou now. Dessou's going to pull it up and connect. Oh, it was halfway down. Been that kind of game and been that kind of tournament here for Dessou. Yeah. Now 1 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, a little zone defense right here. Try to keep the ball out the middle, but James has it. I think he looked to attack that time on Cunningham. It was more, he was on the zone. He could have went one-on-one.
Tennessee by 5, 2.5 to go. Using a lot of clock here. Adu looking underneath and the reverse. Josiah Jordan James. Great setup there by Jonas Adu. Texas got to go quick now. Hunter moves it. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Dessou shoots over Ziegler and cashes one in.
He says finally. He turned down an open shot to now take a contested shot, which made him concentrate and focus a little bit more. And once again, the 2-possession game.
Not afraid. Adu battling for the board. Asmus has it. Dessou is in there grappling as well. Hunter lays it in. Texas is within 2. Now the screws tighten. Rick Barnes wants a timeout. Dessou missed 5 straight threes before he drills this one. Hunter again goes to the basket. Texas is alive in Charlotte. Longhorn fans are fired up. Somehow they are back in this game. It is a 55-53 game. 2-point Tennessee lead with the ball. Set us up here, Jimmy.
Well, they got back in at 10 for 10 from the free throw line in the second half, 4 for 11 from behind the arc. Texas is. Only some turnovers, but you got some good defensive stops except for
a block of Adu. Cunningham is down. They're playing 4-on-5 here. Brock Cunningham injured. They popped the whistle here to stop play.
Yeah.
He's just going to need a moment.
Watch the back. Oh, he got hit a couple times, bro.
Okay.
You know.
Half the population understands.
Yeah, when you, so below the border.
Okay.
We're in Texas. They are in Texas, so they're used to. But he was able to get up and kind of catch his breath. There it is. Give him some time, too, to recover.
Texas takes the timeout. They have 1 left. 1:20. Texas down 2 with the ball. Hunter, Mitchell, and Cunningham. Adu connect. Ziegler, James, and Meshack for Tennessee. Ziegler matching up with Hunter. Now Dessou. Jordan James is on him. They clear it out for Dessou. Dessou goes to work. Dessou in and out. Foul, no! Held up, and it will be a held ball. Tennessee has possession.
And you called it, Brian. It was an isolation up top for Dessou to get to his right hand, but he had a shooter in the corner. And this time, really good positional defense by Josiah Jordan James, and then Hunter came a little bit short on the tip. Jump ball, possession to Tennessee.
Tell you one thing to keep in mind here, if Texas needs to play the foul game, they've only committed 3 fouls at this point.
Yep.
See how they play it. Texas can be aggressive defensively.
You want to give up layups right now for Texas. If you can catch, you're going to foul before they get the shot up.
50 seconds. Ziegler leads one. Foul on his way in. Hard foul, just to your point, Jimmy. Can't afford to give up the dunk. That was great action from Ziegler to Adu. And a well-timed foul that's going to send Adu to the free throw line.
Yeah, bang, bang play. And that's the beauty of that play. To be able to operate in tight quarters.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Contact.
But again, the optics of Adu hitting the deck more so than the foul itself up top. I thought Dylan Dessou got a lot of ball on that.
Well, here is Adu at the line. 62% free throw shooter this year. Not his strength. And He misses the first.
Well, let's take a look if Dessou gets him on the wrist right there. Okay, so that's where the official caught it, so good call. Normally you say the hand is a part of the ball, but that was a lot of wrist. So good camera angle, good replay.
It's going to be a good foul either way.
Yeah.
Adu, his second here. And he puts the balls up by 3. Still a one-possession game. Tennessee no fouls to give. Asmus puts it in. 40 seconds to go. Trip to the Sweet 16. Asmus turns the corner, lays it in. It's a one-point game. A little over 5 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And now Mitchell will take the foul. That's just the 5th for Texas.
Beautiful play drawn up. Asmus gives it up. Watch him go back. Now he's coming off of a double. Instead of taking a 3, look how far James is out. Smart play by Asmus to put it on the deck, knowing that everyone for Tennessee basically was lifted above the free throw line. That gave him an avenue to get to the basket.
All right, Texas still has the 1 timeout. And let's see how they play it. Hunter takes that foul on Ziegler, so that gets him to 16 fouls. Important strategy here for Rodney Terry, just to get into position if you need to send Tennessee to the line. Now they're in position to do that in the bonus here on the next one.
But who, if you're going to do that, you would ensure that Adu would be the one.
And
there it is right
takes
there.
that foul, so they take 3 in a row. They're going to make Tennessee win this game from the free throw line right now. Well,
and despite Tennessee shoots as a team 75%, but you just threw out there kind of what Adu shoots from the line, which is 62%. He split the last one. So if he does that again, it's still a 1-possession game. If he makes 2, it's a 1-possession game.
Tense. Pressure free throws for Jonas Adu. Cashes in the first.
I'll tell you what, for a 62% free throw shooter, he got a nice looking stroke. It may be in between the ears when he gets up there. Let's see if he can duplicate that effort on this shot.
Well, his last 2 have been swishes.
Yep.
2 out of 3. Make it 3 out of 4. Adu delivers in the clutch. 3-point game here. 24.3 left. Shot clock is off. Asmus been a big shot taker throughout his collegiate career. Hunter probing, nothing there. Meshack, now Ziegler, and it's Asmus who misses and connect with the rebound, and the foul comes. Tennessee, a chance to go up 2 possessions here with free throws to come.
I don't get it. Why not go for a quick 2 and extend the game? Okay, this is the same play they ran before when Asmus got to the basket. Tennessee was not going to be fooled, and they forced you into taking that shot. To me, I'm putting my head down trying to get 2, force Tennessee to 1, have to get the ball inbounds. We may get a steal. Then second, foul someone and force him to get to the free throw line to make some clutch free throws.
Tennessee's going to take the timeout. They'll have 1 remaining. Dalton connect 3 out of 4 from the line so far tonight. And a 76% free throw shooter. Texas down 3, now having to watch connect at the line. Dylan Dessou, he hit a big 3, but man, he has been unlucky in this one. That was halfway down. Got to the basket a couple of times and couldn't finish it.
Nah, man, I mean, when we talk about football is a game of inches. In basketball, it's the same. It's very similar in regards to the ball just not finding the bottom of the net, even though it's a good shot. It touches the insides of the cylinder, but it doesn't complete the deal. And a lot of that has happened with Texas, but give Tennessee a lot of credit. They put so much pressure on you defensively. Even the easier shots seem difficult to manage.
Well, now Dalton connect. Trying to make it a 4-point lead here. Connect. Knocks it down. Clutch free throws coming from Tennessee. First Adu, now connect. 1 more coming here for the SEC Player of the Year. just shy of 9 seconds. Hunter flying down the court. Three-point heave is good. Tyrese Hunter keeps Texas alive. 3.9 seconds left.
Well, when in doubt, Hunter, you backpedal, pull up, quick enough, bam. And Rodney Terry all on top of it.
Still breathing.
Still breathing, man. And this is where the discipline for Tennessee is going to come in. Taking the ball out of bounds. Stay out of the corners, okay? Easy to get a steal, but here's the thing. Texas has to foul right away.
Here, 4.2 seconds left. Texas is down 2. Texas just used their last timeout. And the ball into the hands of Connect. Weaver fouls him. So Dalton Connect will go to the other end of the floor, and a chance to send Tennessee to the Sweet 16 if he can knock a couple of free throws in.
And you love to see your best player make sure the ball was in his hands or is in his hands at the end of the game. He didn't hesitate, and he knew exactly with patience once the ball was handed to Ziegler to make his move to get open.
3.8 seconds officially remain. Again, it's still just a 1-and-1 here for Tennessee. Dalton Connect, SEC scoring champion this year. Tennessee by 2 to put him up 3. Got it. No hesitation whatsoever. The stroke is pure.
He said, I've been there, done that. He said, this is true to my shooting percentage here. Some players walk backwards and under pressure.
You make this, no fouls, run out the clock, head to Detroit. Got it. Dalton Connect delivers in the clutch. Texas with one last heave coming down 4. Hunter missed it, and that's it. The Tennessee Volunteers are headed back to the Sweet 16. Rick Barnes outlast Rodney Terry, and Tennessee is moving on to Detroit. A wild finish. And clutch free throws by Adu and Connect.
And that to be pretty to move on. You survive, you advance, figure out ways to win it. They held off a tough Texas team who fought back in it. It wasn't a pretty nice shooting, but good teams figure out through adversity of how to inch out victories. Tennessee did that.
On their way to Detroit. That'll be next Friday. Taking on the winner of Oregon and Creighton. Gonzaga earlier today punched their ticket to Detroit as well. Dalton Connect finishes with 18 points, despite just 1 of 8 shooting from the three-point arc. He was 7 of 8 from the free throw line. And the Texas Longhorns, who were ousted in the Elite 8 a year ago, go out in round 2. Those two call each other family, Rodney Terry and Rick Barnes. And it's the end of the line for the Longhorns. Rick Barnes is moving on. Allie LaForce, take it away.
Well, Coach, congratulations. 3 of 25 from 3, but a coach's dream. 6 consecutive made free throws when it really counted. How proud of you of this group?
Again, I am too. I'm proud of our team. I mean, I've got so much respect for that staff, obviously, in that university, and just really proud of our guys. I mean, both teams played their hearts out. It was the exact kind of game we told our guys it would be. We said it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes, and it did.
Jonas was clutch down the stretch as well. Congratulations. What was going through your mind when you saw that Texas was going to try to make you guys win at the free throw line?
I mean, you know, Coach been preaching to me about my free throws. I've been off the last couple of games. I got to get the ball higher, and I've been working my free throws and shooting around a lot.
When you hear we're going to the Sweet 16, what do you think?
I mean, it's great. We got our whole team here. I mean, we're ready to make a deep run.
Enjoy it. Congratulations, Coach. You too, Jonas.
Allie, they advanced to the Sweet 16 for the 9th time in school history. The first time they go back-to-back to the Sweet 16 since the Bruce Pearl days of 07 and 08. It was a grinder, but Tennessee prevails. That'll wrap it up for us from Charlotte. We throw it to the studio after these messages. Tennessee, the 2 seed in the Midwest, moving on to the Sweet 16.